What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. And today, man, I'm going to preview and predict Saturday night's big divisional round matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Before I get into this video, man, I just want to let all you Dallas Cowboy fans know something, man. I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I hate the fact that y'all won the division and y'all still playing in the playoffs. I really want y'all to lose Saturday. Now, with that being said, man, let me get into this video. Shout out to them, though. Shout out to Dallas last week. Nice win against the Seahawks. I didn't think they would have do it. I felt like, Russell Wilson's playoff experience and his championship pedigree would have got the Seahawks to a close win. Little did I know his offensive coordinator was going to come in with a 1932 game plan, run first, run second, wait till third and long to throw. But with that being said, Dallas did what they had to do, man. Defensively, they played well. They got after Russell Wilson. They completely shut down the Seahawks rushing attack, which they came into the game with the #1 running attack in all of football. And the Dallas Cowboys completely shut that thing down, man, with those young linebackers like Jaylon Smith and Kyle Vander, who did their thing. And for Dallas, man, for the record, they started Sean Lee Saturday. Now, Vander obviously played the majority of the snaps, but they gave Sean Lee the start. Y'all need to sit Sean Lee down, man. Like, why even throw him out there? Like, I understand he was a good player for y'all whenever he was decided to be healthy. But, like, be thankful that y'all was able to actually get a nice hit on a draft pick. Y'all hit on that Kyle Vander's draft pick out of Boise State, yo. That's your linebacker. Like, Sean Lee next year shouldn't even be on your team unless y'all want to let him come be some type of coach or consultant or something if he don't want to play nowhere else. But leave Vander out there, yo, and let Sean Lee sit down somewhere. Let him go sit down somewhere, yo. Like, that's just me being real with y'all. That's just my honest opinion. Like get him out of there, man. Let Vander play snap one to the last snap. You ain't got to pay no homage to Sean Lee or none of that other stuff, man. Like, you lost your job, bro. Like, you good, but you always hurt. They drafted somebody, your job is gone. Like, you don't need to be playing out there. He only should pay as if Vander or Jaylon Smith get some type of injury. Then you put him out there. But, yeah, man. But they played great defensively. And offensively, they ran the ball good, solid with Zeke. I'm not a big Dak Prescott believer. Obviously, I don't think he's a great quarterback. I don't think he's a great thrower. But credit to him, he played a good game Saturday. He threw a nice, pretty touchdown pass to Gallup, and he had some crucial runs. That late game, 3rd and 14, which was a good call for Dallas. Draw play where he ran in there and he showed toughness and he fought for that first down. He showed a lot of heart and competitive spirit. So congratulations on him for that, and good game by the Cowboys. As far as the LA Rams, man, they coming off a bye week. They had the first round bye. They started off this season just running through everybody. Like, they were 8-0, doing their thing, basically until they went to New Orleans and lost to the Saints. Where they got a little humbled. Then they had the big epic showdown, which was the NFL game of the year up to this point when they beat the Chiefs, where it was 54-51. And after that, man, they kind of was a little up and down. They had an ugly win against the Lions. They lost to the Bears in Chicago. They lost to my Eagles. My Eagles went in there in the Coliseum and beat them. They haven't been really great like lately. They haven't. They closed out on a good note, though. They had a really good, nice performance and a nice win against the 49ers, which, that ain't really much, right? Which the 49ers were playing well down the stretch. 49ers were playing well and playing spoiler down the stretch, and they really took them apart that last game of the season. But, yeah, the Rams coming in, man, with the bye week. Todd Gurley should be fully rested and ready to roll in this game. Jared Goff, him also, he started off, and he was in the MVP conversation with Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees, but then he tailed off a bit. He started having a lot of turnovers. He started having inconsistent play, and part of that may have to do with the loss of Cooper Kupp. Them losing Cooper Kupp was a huge loss. So now basically all the wide receiving core duties go really to Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks. And Josh Reynolds, he's been solid at times, but he's not as consistent as a Cooper Kupp was. That was a huge loss for the Rams there. Dallas coming in, man. They got this offensive line. They got Tyron Smith out there still playing great on the left side of the ball. They got Zach Martin in the middle, who is an all-world guard. Dak Prescott, who I don't think is a great quarterback, but, you know, he has a little heart. They got Ezekiel Elliott, who's obviously led the league in rushing and one of the best running backs in all of football. Amari Cooper has done big things for their offense ever since they made the first-round trade for him. He's given them a real wide receiver threat out there. And with that being said, like, Michael Gallup has actually stepped up and come in as a solid number 2 wide receiver. Jerwin, he didn't do much last week after his 3 touchdown performance against the Giants, but they're trying to settle in on him as a solid tight end. Defensively, you know, they got DeMarcus Lawrence wreaking havoc on the D-line. You know, they got, like I mentioned, the 2 young linebackers, Jaylon Smith and Vander. In the secondary, you know, they got a guy like a veteran like Byron Jones who's been back there playing for a while. They had a good year, solid team, man. As far as the Rams, their offensive line has been a little inconsistent, but you know you got the good play from their stalwart left tackle and Andrew Whitworth. Jared Goff, you know what he's capable of. Will we see the early season MVP Jared Goff, or will we see the late turnover the ball type Jared Goff? Todd Gurley, he should be fully rested and fully ready to roll. He's been a little nicked up down the stretch. They use him a whole lot, so now he should be rested and ready to roll now. Like I said, the receiving core is solid, but it's not great. You know, Robert Woods is a good wide receiver. Brandon Cooks is a pretty good wide receiver. And after that, you know, Josh Reynolds is, you know, they tight ends are, defensively, man, they got obviously the defensive player of the year. He should be 2-time defensive player of the year. Aaron Donald wreaking havoc all over, almost nearly broke the all-time single-season sack record by Michael Strahan. Ndamukong Suh, who had a very quiet year, man. Suh hasn't done much this year, yo. Linebackers, they're not no big names like Littleton. And, well, Mark Barron was a first-round safety, got moved to linebacker. And in the secondary, you know, they got guys like Aqib Talib. They got Marcus Peters back there. They got LaMarcus Joyner. You know, they got Sam Shields just in case one of these guys go down that they could throw out there and play cornerback. You know, and they got the young, innovative, offensive-minded coach Sean McVay. You know, they got the good defensive coordinator, the old veteran defensive coordinator in Wade Phillips. You know, and Dallas on the other side, they got Jason Garrett, who a lot of us don't think he's much of a coach, but for what he's the coach. And defensively, they got Rob Marinelli and Chris Richard, who's done a great job over there, is actually looking like he's got a strong possibility of landing a head coaching position once this season is over. Now, getting into the matchups, man, when the Rams offense against the Cowboys defense, the key to the Cowboys is stopping the run. Stopping the run, slowing down Todd Gurley. They got 2 really good linebackers. They got to put them to use and really get after the Rams and stop their rushing attack. And by them doing that, it's going to force the Rams into obvious passing situations. And they got a pass rusher like DeMarcus Lawrence. They could let him tee off and try to get after Jared Goff. And the key to the Rams is like running the football. Like Todd Gurley has to run the football. They have to have because you can't just fully put this game on Jared Goff. You got to let Gurley run the ball and block to where you can use play action passes and take your shots down the field. When it's the other side, when the Cowboys have the ball against the Rams defense, it's running the football. You do not want to get it. It's the same thing, running the football with Ezekiel Elliott. You do not want to get into obvious passing situations with Aaron Donald. I know Zach Martin is pretty good, but you do not want to get into obvious passing situations with Aaron Donald, yo. That's a tool for disaster. And on the other end, man, for the Rams, it's basically stuffing the run. It's simple as that. Like, it's simple. You know, both teams got to stop the other team's rushing attack. This is 2 all-world running backs that you have in this game. Both teams got to get their all-world running backs going. Both defenses got to stop them. It's that simple, the game plan for both teams. As far as my prediction for this game, man, this is like, for me, this is the hardest game to predict. This is the hardest the game to predict, man, because you look at Dallas. This is, by the way, this is going to be a home game for the Cowboys, by the way. I know the game is in L.A. This is a Cowboys home game, man. There's going to be a tremendous amount of Cowboy fans out there. Obviously, there's a lot that's already stationed in California. I mean, for crying out loud, they go to training camp out there every year. So you know there's a huge Cowboy fan base out there. And the Rams haven't really developed the fan base like that yet. The one game that I seen them have a solid fan base is when they played the Chiefs on that Monday Night Football game. Besides that, they ain't had much of a home field advantage all season. And I don't expect them to have one this Saturday. Man, this is tough. But with that being said, man, I look at Aaron Donald, man. I look at Aaron Donald. I know DeMarcus Lawrence is good for Dallas, but I look at Aaron Donald, man. A primetime game, I just feel like Aaron Donald's going to find a way to wreck this game. And I think the Cowboys are going to play well in this game. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game. I got the Rams pulling it off, I got the Rams winning this game, man, 28-27. I think this team is I think the Rams are just a little more talented. I feel like Aaron Donald is going to make a difference, and they got corners. They got a corner like Aqib Talib, who is used to going up against Amari Cooper from their days in the AFC West, as well as Marcus Peters, who's used to going up against him, they actually seen Amari Cooper already this season, opening night, Monday Night Football, when he was still with the Raiders. Now, granted, it's a whole new situation, but they're used to going up against Amari Cooper already. You know, they seen him week one. They used to dealing with him, and Aaron Donald could get after the quarterback. I take Jared Goff a little bit over Dak Prescott. I'll take the Rams in this game, man, 28-27. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go and give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have NFL content throughout the season. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.